Howdy, 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 howdy. Hey, everybody. This here's Treya, and welcome to the Real Estate Apostle channel. All right. So, I am passionate about helping middle aged adults like myself overcome the fear of leaving a comfortable six-figure job to start a business. I'm also here to help encourage my fellow Gen Xers to get off of the treadmill existence and to develop our mindset to believe that we can create our own wealth. So let's get started. Turo is a ride sharing platform that allows you to be able to rent your car to guests on this platform, a ride sharing platform. So you pretty much have like your own rental car business. So it's extremely exciting. And today's episode is going to be kind of a recap. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Tiajuana, and 2 years ago, I quit my comfortable six-figure job to start a business. And along the way, I have learned a lot. I've had a few bumps and bruises, and I've got a lot of information, a lot of knowledge, and I'm here to share with you so you don't have to take the same little bumps and bruises that I did along the way. So Turo is something that I started back in July, and I'm excited because it's the first thing that I have done as an entrepreneur that has been successful. And if you're joining me now, thank you so much for stopping by. Go ahead and hit that like button on your way in here, and leave a comment to let me know if y'all can hear me, if I'm being heard or not. But Turo is this ride-sharing platform that I got involved with back in July. And it's been pretty much exciting, except for those of you who did see, I think maybe yesterday or the day before yesterday, I had like kind of a semi-meltdown where a guest returned my car back in a condition that I had yet seen, something like that. I had never experienced anything like it before. So I just want to say right now, thank y'all for all the ones that was giving me the support. Pinto Bean, all y'all, Tony from Tony Luxury Car. Thank you so much for encouraging me. And also Black Business or something like that. I don't know, I get the name right, but y'all really encouraged me because I was I was this close to throwing in the towel. And it's just to show that, we do have our little frustrations and our moments and stuff, and we have to go back and remind ourselves of the things that we said. Like if y'all had been following me, you know that I had made a list of things that, you need to do and be able to achieve if you want to do this business. And one of them, I think it was the number one thing, was to not be emotionally attached to these vehicles. So what's up, Money Bass? Yeah, so you see, Money Bass says, what's up, team? Keep your eye on the prize. Yes, exactly. That's what I had to do over this little time because, like I said, I get the car back, and the young dude who rented it, there was so much weed shake in the back seat of the car. I mean, it was enough I could have rolled the joint. And it wasn't just like some real cheap dirt weed. It was this good stuff. But the thing was, like, it was all over the whole back seat, that it was inside of the seat belt. It was inside of the seat, like the back seats kind of laid back. So it was partially in the trunk. So after I vacuumed it and all that stuff, there was still like weed kernels with buds all over the car. So it just smelled like it was horrible. I had to put the car on hold till I could like really deep clean it and, get that scent out, because, this here is Alabama, and that ain't legal out here. People ain't supposed to be doing this kind of stuff. And that was done. So anyway, that was really frustrating for me because I felt like, it was again one of those things where I didn't take all of the pictures and stuff. So I'm not even sure if I'll be reimbursed for, I just charged for a cleaning fee because it was ridiculous. There was also some coconut oil that was spilled. I guess it had melted and then got back together. So it was like trying to clean up wax out of carpet. So I had to Google, and I'm just finishing getting that clean. I may put up a VOD later to show what I had to do to be able to get that coconut oil that was just like wax up out of the back seat carpet of my Mustang that was smothered in Mary Jane. But anyway, I'm just excited because I didn't let that get me down. I had to remind myself of the number one rule is that you cannot be emotionally attached to these vehicles. So I was able to, I was pissed. I ain't gonna lie. I was really pissed because I thought that was like so inconsiderate. But let me stop talking about it because it's just part of the things like there's the people out there that do that are the people out there that do that. So that's just how it is. But I'm gonna give some other updates. There was the for my rag top that's in the shop now. They say it's going to be 3 weeks on that. Just a quick update that these collision companies are still backed up. My guess Tony was saying that his car was in the shop for a month. So anyway, I have a 3-week window for that car. It's been in for a while. And then this morning I was getting the initial Edge, the one that had the crash, down to its appointment. However, there was some, like I said, it was my first time, so I didn't, I guess, follow up and make sure that the right insurance people was in control or whatever. Anyway, the guest insurance is the ones paying for the this one here. So anyway, there was some mix up. So all that to say is that it's going to be another month before the white Edge has its its procedure done on it. Let's see, Money Bass is saying some stuff here. What are you saying here? Money Bass says, why couldn't you charge a fee for the smoking when you had the evidence of the weed? I don't know. I just felt like maybe they was going to say no because I couldn't prove that they actually smoked in there. It was just weed. Like it didn't smell like smoked weed. It just smelled like they had a pound of bud up in there. So I took the pictures and I figured I would probably have a better chance at getting them for the cleaning fee of the inappropriate stuff I had to clean up than since I had already got the smoke claim denied for the smoking that the person did in my escape back then. That's why I didn't bother to charge for that, because I did not get charged when this here had an obvious smell of smoke and there was a cigarette carpet burn on there. So I just figured I'd maybe have better luck at charging for the cleaning fee, which they did trash my car. They trashed my car. I was so tempted to even send a text to this clown about why did you do my car this way, but I figured whatever, I'm not going to even go there because rule number 1 is not to be emotionally attached to the vehicles. So yeah, that was my lesson on that one there too. But let's see, where else was I at? Oh yeah, so the white Edge is going to be out for another month too. Its appointment now is pushed back to November the 14th. And then the silver Edge that has the headlight issue is still at the dealership, and it looks like it's going to be about another week. There was I don't know what the thing is. It's that the whole light system, it's like a whole system, so they can't just like replace the one bulb that's not illuminating. They have to, there's some things to do, and things are still slow. So that's a little bit disappointing, but that's all part of having a business. You're going to have to your profit and loss and stuff like that has to be balanced. But I'm still super excited about it, or semi-excited about it. However, I was not happy with the cleaning that I had to do for that. See, Money Bass. Maybe charge for both and let Turo tell you, okay. All right, I will. I think I might, let me see if I should do that now before my time has elapsed. That's a good suggestion, Money Bass. I sure thank you for that. Money Bass is saying, maybe charge for both and then let Turo tell you no if they don't approve it. I appreciate that. That's a good one there. Let me go ahead and do that now. And the other good news is that the reason why I think I'm going to, Monday night, I don't want y'all to think that I didn't go live because I was agitated about the car. The puppy dog, if y'all have seen some of my vlogs, y'all know I got like a little pit bull puppy, and he chewed the internet again. And anyway, so the internet died because the puppy had chewed it. So it just got put back. They came out last night and put it back together. So that was why I didn't go live on Monday night. it wasn't because I was so disappointed and I was going to throw in the towel. Yeah, like I said, I'm not going to lie. I was very agitated because I felt like, I could, like I said, it's not legal out here. And there was so much weed in the back seat. I was worried, like if I were to get pulled over, they wouldn't even have to send the dogs. It was like obvious. And like I said, I don't know what they were in there doing. Like, I don't know. Like, I mean, I get it. People smoke weed and stuff like that. I'm not tripping on that. But why would you do it in the car, in somebody else's car too, and then leave all of that in there? I mean, that was just ridiculous. It was super ridiculous. But the reason why I was so agitated was because like I couldn't, I have some guests that come from the airport. These people are working down in, this is state capital. We got, I got some important people coming up here. I can't be having getting in the car smell like weed or, I mean, it's all in I just couldn't do it. So I had to pull it off for a day or so to really deep clean it and make sure that, it's, there's no evidence left of this here weed. So yeah, it was. And then there was gum. And for those of y'all who really know me, y'all know so that was like I had to overcome a whole bunch of stuff. So I get to now why you say money bass, you don't want to do the cleaning stuff, because I'm telling you, that kind of cleaning, I don't appreciate cleaning behind that kind of filthy nastiness type of stuff. It just to show that people don't care. And you can't even say it's just people that don't have any money, because I raised the prices up. So these people paid at the premium prices, and they took an Uber to come pick it up. So anyway, they spent a lot of money, several hundreds of dollars to rent the car. So that just means some people are just entitled and they just don't care. So, I mean, that's just horrible to just, it's just horrible. And to know that you're going to leave that kind of stuff behind. That's super ultra disgusting. But anyway, I'm just excited because I'm back here. I got my internet working. I got a new microphone. Am I coming through loud and clear? And I'm still kind of working with my little setup here. I got some lighting, some double monitors here, and I'm ultra excited about how things are going here with the business. So I do have some notes here. Oh yeah, so the insurance thing. So once I got all the things ironed out and was able to contact the guest insurance, everything went like butter. They were very apologetic too that it was taking so long, but it wasn't because that they weren't reaching out to me. It was just that these collision companies are so backed up that, today was the first day, and even now it's going to be out for a whole other month. So that's going on. Those things are all in charge. And for the most part, the rest of the cars are renting out smoothly. And I've been able to balance and juggle them pretty good by myself. Today, however, I did have some assistance with some rides to pick up and move around some cars and stuff like that. But for the most part, it's been going really good all alone here by my lonesome. So one of the things I wanted to say was that we when you get off into this business, a lot of times, like I said, I kind of like just leaped off into it and didn't really have a serious business plan or any of those things. And to for projections and things like that, like now this month I'm gonna have to register all these 8 cars and stuff like that. So a lot of times we don't really think about you start thinking like you're making this money, but you're not thinking about your outgo, and so these deductions and things like that, and then these things that you have to pay for up front, and like I'm waiting to get reimbursed and things like that. So this is when the great old business credit comes in to help out. And MoneyBest has another comment or question here. It says, did you have to use an ozone generator to remove the weed smell? Yes. So when the person had smoked in the car, I had bought an ozone machine, just to see how it worked or whatever. So I did put the ozone machine in there. First, I vacuumed because, like I said, it was so much gross weed. If you take a look at that short, you can see, I mean, it was a lot. It was a lot. So after I vacuumed, I figured I'd vacuum up all the gross weed first and then stick the ozone machine in there. And even after I vacuumed and ozoned, as soon as you open up the car, I mean, it was all in there. And that's when I had to like pretty much take the car apart. I had to, because it was all inside of the seat belt holders and stuff. So I had to do, change attachments on the vacuum cleaner twice to get all that weed up out of there. And then I didn't even know that the back seats actually, fold down so you can get into the trunk from the back seat. Yeah, so that was pretty interesting. And okay, Big Life One. I'm gonna put the link down here because you got some explaining to do to people with all this information you got. I'm glad this did. We got Big Life One up here say, do you have no smoking signs in the car? Not saying that would always help, just asking. Actually, I do not have any no smoking signs up in there. So that might be something to consider. I'm gonna drop this link here if you want to come up and answer some questions. This here is Big Life One. He actually came up before, but we had an audio issue, so it wasn't the most successful because that's why I wanted to ask you about a whole bunch. Let me find this link here really quick because I had questions. Let me see here. Click the link, copy, and let me see here. And let's see here if this is gonna work. Yeah, about charging too, because I was not losing money. I guess I don't know. I was for parking at the airport when people pick up the parking. I was leaving the money in there for them to be able to pay to get out and stuff like that. So I'm trying to figure out a way to add that in there so they'll be aware that it's going to be an expense on them. Let's see here. Not money bags. Big Life One says, I'm at the gym, just checking in. I got an alert. Okay, I understand. I sure appreciate you for even popping in here and stuff like that. So this invitation for you to come up and share your testimony and answer some questions here from these subscribers to it's always open and extended. It's always open. It's always open for you. Big Life One. All right, he has a channel too, Big Life One. He's a Turo host. From my understanding, it sounds like he's been a Turo host for about a year, and he has already ran into all these little issues and things that I'm kind of facing now. And he has some great insight on, how to deal with some of these little issues and stuff like that. So, however, Turo does have these people are supposed to know that. It shouldn't have to remind them, but it is a good idea because sometimes, I don't know, but still smoking weed, man, rolling it up in there, I don't know. Anyway, let me leave that alone before I start getting furious again. But that was really nice of you to stop by and check in. Appreciate that. Oh, okay. This here is my guest at the airport. His flight was delayed, so this is my guest here. Let me just take a moment here and see. Okay, just landed. All right, so he's going to be a moment. And I've already explained to him where the park is at. Cool. So I'll just, he's texted me on the little Turo app. His plane has just landed. And I'm just going to say, cool. Send the pic when you get there. So when he gets to the vehicle, he's going to do that little selfie thing that I told y'all about. And I'm going to verify that he is the right person. And then I will open up the chariot for him to enjoy his ride. Cool. Thanks. And see. Upload. Oops. Upload the pic when you get there. When he gets to the car. And the other one was on the actual app so the person can let themselves in. So I'm pretty much, like I said, I'm done for today. I did a lot of moving around earlier today, and that's why I decided to go ahead and come through and do this live now, because ideally is when I really wanted to do it. Cool. Thanks. Upload the pic of you in the car. You see when you get there. Perfect. Okay, cool. So, in a few minutes, I'll be unlocking the car with my Ford app. And again, the benefits of having the new vehicles, you can, remote open them from, wherever you're at. So I can be doing things like going live here, talking to y'all, giving y'all all this good news and stuff like that about this here Turo business while I'm still checking in a guest from afar. So I'm just excited because what am I excited about? Oh, so the other thing too was that I didn't get any membership for the washing the cars because I didn't really see too much of the value in it for as far as long term. I hope this isn't making a horrible noise for you guys. In the long run for it because it it wasn't all the time that all the cars came back at the same time and needed to go back out again. So I didn't when and if in the future I would need that, I would definitely just use it. Since it's only going to be like an as needed thing, I don't see the value in tying up money in that service because it's not worth it. It's not worth it for me anyway. So let's see, what are the other things that I was suffering through this tour that was making me feel like it wasn't worth it? It was making me feel like it wasn't worth it because I knew when I started with the cars and getting them financed the way I did was that there wasn't going to be a big profit in the beginning. However, I was doing this because I was understanding I'm building my fleet and I'm building the value and equity in my business, and that, you know, further down the road, I would be able to qualify for some funding, and I'd have some value to my business and stuff like that, which that's working. And I'm happy for all the help that I've been able to get and generate from having the business and keeping up with everything for this these few months and stuff like that. So I think I'm going to now take some time and shout out my sponsor. Post that up there. This is Dara, who is still holding down the sponsor for the $50 Cash App for this here channel, the Real Estate Apostle, and all that good stuff there. We'll put that up there for that there. And if y'all haven't already, go ahead and like and subscribe and share the video. And if anybody is interested or has questions about this Turo and if it's worth it or not, you know, I'd love to talk about, especially since I've had my little heartbreak. And you know, I was, like I said, I was emotional. I was emotional, and I was kind of conscious of the fact that I was breaking the rule as far as like being emotional. And it wasn't that I was attached to the car. I was more or less I was just disappointed. I was disappointed that, you know, I don't even know why I was disappointed because I had just heard Tony say that somebody had trashed his car and burned out all his tires. And I'm just saying, like, you know, that was just a little mild something that I had to go through. And here I was whining about it, you know, ready to throw the towel in and all that stuff. When this is the kind of things that you as a business owner is going to have to face, especially when you're dealing with customers and you're doing anything in a service industry. You're going to have ungrateful customers. You're going to have customers that, you know, that just do these kind of things. So, you know, you just have to develop some tough skin and just have to develop some tough skin. Let's see here. Big Life One says, what was the heartbreak about? I missed that. Oh, the heartbreak was when, you know, this guest, not only did return the car back late, the one had the whole back seat covered in so much marijuana weed shake, and was enough. I could have rolled a joint. There was so much weed back there. Also, they had a really large jar of organic coconut oil that had melted and then hardened in the carpet of the back seat of the car. So there was like, it was so much work. And then there was gum. And I mean, it was trashed. It was trash. So that's what broke my heart. It broke my heart that I had, you know, trusted my brand new 2022 Ford Mustang to this person who, and you know, that did that to my car. That's what the heartbreak was about. Big One Life. It was. It really was. And the heartbreak was because I couldn't just clean it and put it back out there. It took me a whole day of vacuum and no, I don't know if I'm going to be reimbursed with it yet. Like this is kind of ongoing. The person, you know, I did bill for I billed for a cleaning fee because last month or the beginning of this month, a guest had smoked in another one of my vehicles and left a little carpet burn in there. And Turo denied my claim, saying I did not prove smoking, that the smell of smoke was not enough to, you know, say that a person smoked in there, that I needed cigarette butts and all this, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So this time, since you know, I didn't see any I just charged for a cleaning fee because that was a lot of cleaning. I figured they may say that I couldn't prove that they were actually smoking in there. So that's why. And like I said, this just happened on Monday, so I haven't. I think today may be their day where they're supposed to pay because they didn't fill the gas up, none of those things. So no, I haven't been reimbursed yet. I haven't been reimbursed. Yes. So that was part of that. All that was happening with one guest. All with one guest. All with one guest. But the good thing is that people were being very supportive and telling me to hang in there and all that stuff. And then I had to keep telling myself that at least my car wasn't used in a crime or something like that. Let me. Or it wasn't, they didn't burn out the tires, stuff like there was always a bright side or something, that you can look for, look on the bright side too. So I tried to do that, but it was disheartening. I didn't like that at all. I didn't like having to actually do the cleaning of that. That's when like Monty Bass, I'm on your side with this as far as like the clean. Like I didn't want to clean up after those slobs. I didn't want to do it. And it took me a while because, I had to like vacuum it out like 3 times. Like I said, use 2 different attachments. And I did the ozone machine. But because there was so much gross weed that had fallen in between the seat belt handle in the trunk, it was just all over. So it took me a minute to do it. See here, Big One Life is saying, you took pics and all correct. Yeah, I took the pics. Turo has a bad policy about smoking that they need to change. I agree. Just because a person doesn't leave evidence doesn't mean they didn't smoke. Correct. I had an issue and threatened to take my car off and go to hire car. Okay, look, I'm telling you, it's funny you should say that because that's exactly how I was feeling. I had immediately went on and put it on, like a hold because I was just like, if they try to book it, I don't want any guests getting in my car and saying it smell like weed or even seeing evidence of weed or anything, those kind of things. So I felt like Turo is really pro guest. They are pro guest, and they really don't give a hoot too much about you and your car. They really don't. They are for the guest. So I'm like this. I was disappointed because I'm like, hey, I got seven cars on y'all platform here. I didn't provided all these vehicles and stuff, and y'all can't even if nothing else, y'all should have just went on and gave me that without even questioning it. Like it was a brand new car. It was the first trip. And even the guests who got it afterwards said they smelled the smoke. But yeah, Turo is, I was totally wanting to get away from them, but I wanted to break up, but I felt like I was so involved and entangled with them that, it may be kind of a issue to get untangled with them. Let's see here. Big Life One said, I also hope you left a very bad review for that renter that will affect them here on out. Funny you should say that. I'm going to read you the review that I left because at first, I used to feel like, because the first time somebody screwed me over, I didn't leave a review. I didn't leave a review because I was like worried about like what, if they would say something to me. This was before, like now I'm an all-star host. So I'm like, whatever, I'm talking for mine. But this time I didn't leave the review because, I was worried. But now that I'm all-star host, I showed enough to give a good review. And then, like I said, I'm posting it all up on my little thing here. Let's see here. Where's my inbox? No, how do I do it? Okay, let's switch to host. Let's see here. I got to go to this dude's trip. Hang with me one moment here. I'm going to pull it up to you. And let's see here. Because when I accepted his trip, he had a 5-star. And then I gave him 1 because they don't let you do anything less than 1. Like if I wanted to give him 0. However, there's no 0 button. And then if you don't at least click something, you won't be able to leave the review. So here is the review that let me click on it first here. Oh yeah, here we go. All right, let me share the screen here because I felt it was important for me to do this because other Turo hosts, would definitely, is that it there? Definitely, think twice about renting to somebody like this. All right, so let me see here. Am I sharing screen? I am sharing the screen. All right, let me go over here. Here, this is me. I gave him a 1, and says here, late return, gas not full, and back seat covered with so much weed shake I could have rolled a joint. This guest is definitely not welcome back in any of my vehicles. Yes. So that's what I said on that. And that knocked his score down from a 5 to a 3 something. What is it? 3.6. But yeah, I think it's important that we speak up and all that stuff. I'm looking at my phone because I'm waiting to let a guest in as soon as he gets to the vehicle. Let's see. Big Life One says, listen, I play no games about leaving reviews, good or bad. Good for you. I feel like good renters should be rewarded and bad renters held accountable. I agree. I always leave a review. Yeah, I leave a review behind, my good people and stuff like that. And I only had one person that I kind of let slide. Well, I guess I could have said some more negative things about a few other of these people. But yeah, this was the first time that I felt like somebody just went out, all, just horrible out of the way. And it needed to be said so nobody else would risk their car to somebody that would just trash it with drugs, illegal substance, and then risk, somebody else getting pulled over, something like that, because there's certain, like I said, I'm here in the South, and there's certain parts of Alabama and Georgia, little small towns, or Florida, and people are using these cars driving around there. You getting pulled over just driving, being black or something like that, or even just, I don't know, I'm just gonna say, and then they, sniffed it out that weed, and you can be arrested for that. I've had, I've heard some stories, some young people driving, and there was a blunt or something, like a blunt roach or something like that in there, and people getting detained and all that stuff. And like I was even nervous to drive it, to put the gas in there, because it was it was a lot of weed. But yeah, it's good for you, and I'm proud for you for saying that. And more of us hosts need to make sure that we hold these renters accountable, so they won't be allowed to rent off in the community. Let them go. And that's why these rental car companies probably do ask for a deposit, because people like this that do this kind of crap, you know what I mean? And then you just have to bend over, take up the tailpipe. Like, this is my car. Like, I had to Google how to get this wax or this coconut oil up out of the carpet, because it had coagulate, got back together, and I couldn't, I scraped off as much as I can, like wax. It was like wax. So anyway, I had to use the iron. I had to do some work, and I was not appreciative of that. Like, it wasn't worth the money for me. But again, those kind of people come few and in between time. It's more people that do good by you than the ones that do bad. Like, later that day, a gentleman had my black Explorer out. He took it to the car wash and vacuumed it. So, this morning felt good for me that I only had to tighten up the windows. I still had to run the vacuum, and he didn't do that great of a job. But anyway, it was still, clean, and it felt good that a guest really took care of the car. Like, I don't expect any of my guests to wash the car or any of those things. However, it felt good that somebody actually, took pride in it and wanted to return it back like they picked it up. So that made me feel a little bit better about the whole little Turo situation than how the guy had treated my car. So I was able to feel happy about it again. And then I know that, like I said, I'm growing my business, and it's looking good for me. It's looking good for me. I just have to be patient and just be patient and stick it out. So I did my little shout out there here. My little Daryl Reed is there. And and the other thing too is that I'm just excited about the community that we're building here, as far as like us Turo hosts, really coming together and like exchanging information and stuff like that. And I'm glad that you are encouraging and speaking up about that. That's what you do. Like, you don't play no games. You're going to put the reviews out there. Because I know in the past, some of the people I probably could have did, say a little bit something more on it. However, I was thinking like, there may be a repeat customer or something like that. Which one time, one incident, there was a guest. He returned the car. However, he left his keys in there, so he had to, reach back out to me, and I returned the keys. This is me driving. He had to take an Uber to get back, so he paid the Uber person to take him home. However, here I have dropped off these keys with no pay or anything like that. However, the person gave me a 5-star review, and then they rented the following week again. So I'm sure if I had like give him a bad review or something like that, and then maybe he would not have rented back, come back to rent again. So let's see here. This looks, I felt like I read that already. Really? Always okay. I did. I felt like something was underneath that. How did that get back up there? All right. Anyway, so there, I'm caught up with these here reviews and things like that. So I'm just excited because for whatever it's worth, people actually they were really disappointed too that that kind of stuff happened. I know that's a lot of people's fear that's like maybe thinking about getting off in this business. Like what happens when a guest trashes your car, because the potential of that happening is pretty high, because that's just how it is. Like there's people out there that do that, and that's what they do. So anyway, so I wanted to just kind of defend myself on that too, because like I said before, I gave the review of the one, this person was at 5. They had a 5-star, because I tried to, the first time that the person that took my Explorer back when I first got started, they did have a low score, and I accepted it before I read the review. So that's how I had learned from that mistake, to just when you get the request, to see if they're new, or if they've been in the system and they have other people that have rented to them. Some guests are being brave enough to go ahead and give the review. And the other reason why, I'm not gonna lie, that I was really concerned about giving the review, I was like, these people are still strangers to me. Like I'm not out there meeting these people personally for this very specific reason. Like what if I had actually met this guy and gave him my keys, right? Now he's got to come back and hand me over the keys with the car late, and with all this weed in the back seat, and that's been trashed out, and they have been just doing the most up in it like that. How do you I don't know. Like I didn't want to really be face to face with somebody like that. Like I don't know. Like that's just shows a big lack of respect. So I don't know. I don't like drama, and that just, I don't know. I'm just happy to be kind of like in the cut and not having to deal face to face, because I don't know. Maybe I would have snapped or something, like, what the hell you did? I don't know if I would have, because I was just appalled when I first opened up the door. Like, what? I was unbelievable. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, like unbelievable, really. So I who knows, I could have split, it could have just came out, and then next thing I know, I could have I'm just joking. Hopefully nothing like that will ever happen. Not hopefully. I'm very protected here, but you still have to, can't let people intimidate you, and these people are still just guests. But yeah. Anyway, so meanwhile, back at the ranch here. So I'm just excited because here it is. What is this? Wednesday afternoon. So I can just pretty much relax. What is taking this dude so long? Oh, maybe he's waiting to get the luggage or something. So I'm going to just put it up on here. So that way I can have this already set up to my Ford app, and I could verify him from this here computer. I'll check out the Turo over here. That'll save some time too. But I'm just excited because it's still, this is what has been allowing me to not work. The thing that I'm now excited about, now that I've kind of got a rhythm on this, I feel like I want to start really doing more of my real estate, getting back off into that, making the effort to that. Like I feel like I've gotten this stream to, a certain thing. Like now I can just look at my calendar. The cars are pretty much mostly out, and the whole turnover part, I got that. I do that like the back of my hand. Even today with the having to take the car up to the shop and dropping off at the airport and then dropping off at the drop spot and all that stuff. It was, you know, just staying organized, especially with the cleaning of the cars. That was the other reason why I was so agitated, because it just slowed me up. It slowed me up. I love, as soon as I pick them up and check them in, I like to just have them turned over within, 2 hours at the most, 2 hours. I'm not trying to, be there cleaning all night. Why is this not showing up? Get in here. Log in to that with that. I'm just concerned where they do that. So maybe they're just taking a, oh, cool, thanks. All right, did he just do it? Oh, that's me. That's my message. I'm sorry, y'all. Okay, so switch to host. All right, so I'm pulling up my Turo platform here on this here computer. So when Josh gets there, I could see the photos from here, and then I could push a button over here to let them in, and then I'm done for the day. Well, I have one car that somebody could book out. I finally got the Mustang clean and fresh and ready to rent after what is it? After 2 days. Visible person. Anyway, so I'm gonna put that here on here photos, and then that's all it is. So I figured after I had got done that I'd get on here, and since I wasn't able to come out on Monday night, to go ahead and kind of catch you guys up to and let y'all know that I didn't give up. I'm still in the game, and I'm thinking about the future of this whole little Turo platform, what it means to me, and uh, how much further do I want to go with it. So I'm just curious about this hire car, Big Life One. I may have to do a little bit of Googling to see what exactly this hire car. I don't even know if they have it here in Montgomery, Alabama. I think hire car. I'm not sure if it's actually available here. Let's see. Hire car. But I don't think you hire car. I'm not sure if they're out here. If they're in every state. Let's see. Fine. Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to do before my next live. I'll do a little bit of research on it, and I'll give y'all a little idea about it. But I don't know. I don't think that it's available here in Montgomery. But if they are doing a better job, I'm really some of the back end part of the Turo, or the administrative part, like I said, they really are pro guest. So part of me, not pro guest, yeah, pro guest, and not pro host, which I think is not good for them, because you're going to get a lot of hosts, feeling like I don't need to, I can pull my cars and put them someplace else. Unfortunately, they may be the only deal in town here in these little small cities where they're just kind of coming to and stuff. So I don't know. We'll see. There's some goods and bad about being a Turo host, so I know there's some ups and downs, and right now I'm just getting through one of these down parts, so I'm not I'm not that happy with them still too, because it's a lot of work, and like I said, I'm building. So whenever you're building something, when you get to like the middle part of the procedures, when it's boring, it's the excitement is gone, from it and stuff. Now I'm starting to see all of the downfalls, like all these vehicles that's not being able to be rented. Like, maybe years ago, before this whole little pandemic thing, things was moving a lot faster stuff. You have an accident, your car's in the shop, the following, week or something like that, or a few days in. Now we're having to wait, 3 or 4 weeks, a month or two before the car can even get in there. And then they're telling you, hey, we have to wait to order these parts, wait for parts to come in. That just, a 3 to 4 week turnaround, even when it gets in there. So these are other things that you may not have thought about if you are a new Turo host and you just dove into it like I did. So you have to think about that. You have to pay, those car notes are still going to be coming up. So these are one of the things that you need to think about if you are doing something like financing these cars, something like that. Because like I said, this Edge, now I got 2 Edges in the shop. I got 3 cars that's, in the shop that's not being able to generate any income. However, their payments and the insurance and all that stuff, it's still due. Like, these people, they're not going to care about, oh, well, I wasn't able to rent the car, all that stuff. So you have to have provisions in order to be able to stay afloat, right? You got to still make the payments and all that good stuff. And that's when it's excellent that's when it's excellent to have some business credit, some business funding, or or otherwise you're going to be looking at supporting your business to keep your credit, to keep the business up. You'll be looking at it. And that was one of the mistakes that I made in the past, was not relying too much on my own personal stuff and not enough on this here business credit, which has been a blessing for me this time around. And sometimes we need that little second time around to get things right. So I'm just super duper excited that is available, because like I said, all of a sudden now here it is November, and all of the new cars, all 8 of them, are now due for registration tags. So that's going to be a few $1,000s to get all of those done. So if I didn't, plan for it, even though I'm making some money, like the cars are making their notes and their insurance and maintenance and all that stuff. However, it's not that much profit. And then the 3 that's not pulling their weight, so I'm red. This month's going to be red, definitely. But that's part of the whole profit and loss. So if you're not prepared by having enough resources to be able to cover these things, like this could be devastating to somebody's business. That's why it's important to have all these little resources stuff lined up, because like I said, if I get reimbursed, that's good. But however, I still have to front the money up, because if more than one person comes to bring the cars back not filled up, some people, especially my airport people, some of them, they already knowing that they're going to be charged to fill the car up. So I don't necessarily want to put a bad stigma on them, because they know that it's going to be a fee plus whatever it costs to get the gas up in there. And some people are they'd rather just do that than to stop and fill up and risk missing their flight back. So there's reasons for the people that don't put the gas back in. However, oftentimes, most of the people, not most of them, but the ones that do that are, just trying to be dirty. They're just trying to get over on you. So you have to be careful on that. Where is my guest? All right. I just want to make sure, one of my fears is that somebody will be waiting for me and can't get in. So another thing that I need to follow up on is that the Ford app is not syncing with this Turo Go, which I'm kind of was okay with it not doing that, because I still wanted to keep putting hands on these guests and making sure that they verify their driver's license, regardless if it's on this Turo Go app or not, because the Turo Go app will try to tell you, that you don't have to verify their license like that. And I've heard that a lot of scams and stuff have been a direct effect from the actual Turo Go app, with people, stealing your car or taking the car in under somebody else's account. There's a lot of flammery that goes on in that little Turo Go app. So I started I actually copied and pasted from another Turo host in some other state as far as like to make sure that those people that's even on the Turo Go app still verify their driver's license. Okay, what we got? I got to look. Okay, here we go. Cling, cling, cling. Let's see here. Did that him? Okay. He said done. But where are you? No, you need to send a picture of you. Where are you at? So yeah, this is the thing here. Let me just make sure that he knows that he got to send the picture. He got to be in the picture too. At your car. Okay, that's him. He there. All right. So then I just glue this here. Go to the Black Explorer and open it. All right. So I just press down on this here button. So while this is open, I'm gonna shoot him a message here saying that it's prepared. Stand by for opening. Simple, easy. I absolutely love this here app. Okay. So, all right. Cool. There we go. Stand by for opening. I had a couple of keyboards here and all this good little stuff here. So I'm sorry. Excuse me, y'all. Me just let my guest know that he's able to. It's wrong screen. It's open. Let's put open. All right, perfect. There we go. All right, so now that I got all my people in, the cars is where they're supposed to be, everybody's where they are supposed to be at, and we can go from there. So he's in there. Tell him where the key is at. All right, excellent. So then that's it. That's that there. This is from work that I did this morning. I already got the get the car out there. Plane was late, so I did let him know he'll have to pay whatever extra for the fee in there too. So I think I'm gonna go in there and find some type of some kind of wording or something where I can let these airport guests know that they'll be responsible for their own parking and stuff. Because like I said, in the past, I was I was going up there. He's writing something too. I was going up there to leaving $10 in there and stuff so people didn't have to pay for parking. But I don't think that's my responsibility to do all that stuff. Got it. Thanks. Okay, cool. He's in there. See how simple this is? I am totally loving it. He's gonna give me a 5-star review. Even the dude that put all that weed in my car gave me 5 stars. But he didn't leave no words on there because he probably know that I could able to leave words after that too. But still, it was able to allow me to leave a review on his name, regardless if he left one for me or not, which was quite useful because, like I said, I wanted to make sure that I warned my fellow hosts to be on the lookout for weed, man. Be on the lookout. Don't let this dude trash your car. Don't trust him with it. You don't deserve, especially because the good thing is, Turo's like trying to level the playing field, stuff like that. Then you understand why other companies like Hertz and Enterprise make you leave, have a major credit card on so they can charge you and get recouped for these incidentals and stuff. So if I'll let y'all know. I'll keep y'all updated if Turo screws me over or not. Hopefully for them, they'll see the value in what I'm providing and what I'm bringing here, and to make sure that they keep up with me. And I think some of the reason why they try now to like deny all the claims, because from what I've heard, and maybe you might know about this, Big Life One, that in the past people were like making money off of all these little charging for incidentals and things like that, and just billing and or abusing it. So I think maybe Turo takes the stance that guests are not guests, but hosts are trying to get over and charge the guests for everything, and then they don't want to insult or offend the guests by charging them a smoking fee or something like that when it's obvious that they smoked in there. But something definitely has to be done. I don't know. We hosts definitely do need to band together and have some kind of platform, because it's just not fair. It's not fair. It's not fair. It's not fair. And then heaven forbid that you didn't take enough pics, and they get you on that one. So, because that's happened before, but thankfully, with the app, the Go app, it tracks the gas and the mileage anyway. So I did get reimbursed for that time when that guest did try not to pay by sending the car back half full, and then Turo was like, "Well, you didn't take enough pre-picks." How do we know? You didn't take enough pre-picks. So um they did try that, but then after I said the Go app, everything syncs, so they couldn't play that game with me on that. However, they 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 are notorious for that. It seems like they go out of their way to try to make sure that they deny your claims and all that stuff. Like I said, I don't know if I said or not, but when I was reporting the accident on the Edge, and I thought I was going to go through the Turo insurance, they were already kind of like trying to sell it like, like we're not the ones to go for it. Like we may not even depreciate your car, just kind of like trying to say, hey, go this way, see if you can get it from the guest. And two, they still allow the guest to rent your car without getting insurance. You know what I mean? So, you know, a lot of us may think we have all this great coverage, and it's not as much or as great as as it seems. I'm just blessed that the guest that crashed my car did have good insurance. Otherwise, I would have been not eating the cost, but I would have had to file it under my insurance. Because yeah, yeah. I would have had to file it under my insurance, because when I did try to reach out to Turo to be like, okay, I'm gonna file with you, because I would have had a cheaper deductible. It was been $250 as opposed to my own personal insurance, which is a $500 deductible. I was gonna, go use Turo, but then that's when they was going, hey, we may not depreciate your car, or, you'll be better off if you go, they were already trying to, like shoo me away type things. So I know a lot of these Turo hosts have been selling it like the insurance with the Turo is just so bum.com, so bum diggity bum, that this is, don't worry that your car will be covered and all that good stuff. So far so good. However, like I said, they're not the easiest to get in contact with, because it takes a bunch of channels before you can actually talk to a real person. Excuse me, mom, just why I take a sip of this water. Thank you for your patience. But anyway, I had to wet my whistle. I'm just excited that this is working out, and that if nothing else, it's still fun to talk about this. And it's a business. It did exactly what I needed it to do, and I'm not sure how much. Um, yeah, I'm not going to even talk about that right now. I'm just still excited that this is a viable business, it's a real business, and it's working. And if you take the steps to get set up right, this could really be something. I know what I'm supposed to be doing too. There is a workshop from the Small Business Association. Let me see. So I'm not going to be able to stay on for too long. Let me see what time I'm supposed to be getting on this here Zoom, because these people is talking about money. Is that the day? 45? Let me see my email here. I want to be missing it on here. Just talking and stuff like that. All right. So anyway, I still have about, let me see how much time I got. I got about like 30 minutes or so. Anyway, I'll keep chopping up for a little bit, and then I'm going to start getting ready to go into this here for the small business, because, I'm always looking for more business funding. Can never have too much. And it's always good to keep looking for these kind of things. Keeping up. I'm so sorry, y'all. I hope this is not making a horrible noise. Oh, this is my new mic too. So y'all see, I got my new mic set up here finally. And I'm just excited about how this is going with this whole YouTube thing. And two, I'm starting up other channels and things like that to keep talking about different things, so it's not all being this smorgasbord of information and stuff. However, like I said before, the channel is dedicated to me and this whole little journey, and everything that's been on here it's been about my journey and stuff like that. Turo just happened to be this icing on the cake that has allowed me to be able to be cool about not working and stuff like that. Like I said, I haven't replaced my income or anything like that, but I am building this nice foundation for this business. Business is growing, business is being built, and I'm qualifying and being offered more and more business funding. So one of the things that I'm taking the time to do now, since I got the part of as far as the cleaning and turning over the cars, down to a nice little science. I'm definitely making more time to get organized with all the books and all that stuff. Because like now, especially with all of these 8 cars that I got to organize and get registered and stuff, like within the next week or so, because November is coming up soon, and I want to have like all of the cars in their own little portfolio so I can know exactly what number each car needs to pull in. And then like for the ones that's actually pulling in more, that's gonna kind of balance out the ones that's not making what they're supposed to do. And the other update I want to give too is that when I went on and increased the prices, that I still got the same amount of bookings too. And after the one dude trashed my Mustang, I was really considering raising the prices again, because I was thinking like maybe I'm still too cheap or too low to where I'm attracting this kind of people. So I don't know. Like I don't think it was even a financial thing. I think some people are just privileged, and they just they just don't really care. That's what they do. They'll trash a 5-star hotel. That's just the people that do that do that. So let's see, did I hit up all my points? Thanks for your encouragement. I did. New guest wash, that weed car, and the other edges. Okay, so that's about all of the catching up that I needed to do. I showed y'all. Oh, did I tell y'all that All Star? I'm sure I did. Yeah, on the 15th when it finally happened. Anyway, so I'm now being acknowledged. I got a little letter where they congratulated me and all that good stuff. And so I'm just super duper excited. So anyway, I got my cherry broken too with all these other little issues and things like that. Oh, that's why I wanted to say it too, that it's important. Like a lot of people want to just hop off into it, but you got to be prepared for when things go wrong or things break, how you have to pivot to keep your business going and growing too. So like I had to pivot when I had the accident by going to get more cars. I'm thinking like, oh, hopefully that was a great idea, which it was, because after that it just added more value to my business. And like I said, after I think I'll be eligible to apply for some business lines of credit in the next 2 or 3 months, after I've been holding down this paying these notes with for the business for 6 months, what they were telling me. And the good news is that the company Ally, which I've told y'all about too, they're very favorable to small businesses. They actually financed me on another car for that second batch. So the first batch they financed me, and I got all the information from the people at the Ford dealership. That's why it's very important to make relationships and stuff like that, because people tend to do more for people that they know or that they are supporting and all those good things. So by establishing those good relationships, it's able to help you build your business very successfully, which is something that I learned too. And I'm just excited because it's all working out. So like I said, when it come time to apply with Ally, I'm going to look favorable to them because they're already financing me with 2 cars. So each time I go to them, they're giving me more and more and more. And then, like I said, Bank of America, they are very favorable to women, African American, to Black business women, women owners, business owners. So that's great. Okay, look here, somebody's showing up here. Cardell Smith Herring. Hello, everyone. You're enjoying your channel today. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So okay, yeah, thank you very much. So hopefully you heard all of my pissing and moaning that I was doing a little bit earlier, and just have an opportunity to vent about it has really helped me out a lot. I feel a lot better about the situation. And, you guys are still coming back and encouraging me. Let's see, what is this new notification? Yep. So, and the good thing is too, like, I've been getting a lot of referrals and repeat customers. So I'm excited about that too. And so that's why it is important to build up that 5-star reputation, because, it gets you at the top of the list. And people come back to you. People come back to you when they know that they can rely on you, to put out a good product. That's why it was important that I had to put that Mustang on hold, because I could not, I would just be, I wouldn't even know what to say if somebody left reviews that it was so much weed in the car they could roll a joint. So I'm just excited. I'm excited about that. And still that, I'm able to do these here lives and stuff. And thank you for your comment. And but I was on my way. I was on my way out, but I think I'll just do this. And I'm just excited because I think I'm gonna get back with these daytime opportunities. As long as I'm able to organize stuff, I feel better doing this in the daytime too. So we're gonna try that, because those nighttime ones, I'm not gonna lie, they were a little bit challenging. And then I know that it's kind of a roll of the dice, especially with the Friday nights. Some Friday nights is a lot of people show up, and then there's Friday nights when it's crickets. And this Friday night that just passed, I was already late too, because I wanted to have fun on the Friday night. And then so I'm thinking, like, I don't want to make that commitment, because what if it happens on a Friday night where I want to have me some fun and stuff like that? Now I done made this commitment, and then I don't want to not keep up my commitments and stuff. I like to be a woman of my word. And let's see here, we got another question here. Let's see. Cardell Smith's hearing says, I heard especially about the Mustang. Hope you charged accordingly for the damages. I did. However, I haven't received the money back yet. Like, this is still in progress. And I want to say that they give like 72 hours for these people to pay the money. But I did. I charged, for a cleaning fee. And because I didn't think that they were going to, the last smoking fee that I tried to charge for, I got denied. So I figured I'd be a little clever. And I'm not going to even try to dispute or try to say that they were or were not smoking in the car. However, there's all of this debris, all this weed in the seat belts, this coconut oil, like y'all trashed it. So y'all need to at least pay for that. And so hopefully they will. And I know that if they don't, I may piss and moan about it again, but I don't know. I don't know if I want to let that run me away from what I'm building here, because these kind of things going to happen. It's not going to just happen on this Turo platform. I'm sure Avis, Hertz, and Enterprise had to deal with this kind of stuff too. Hence the reason why they probably make everybody leave a deposit and those kind of things too. So yeah, I did charge, and I'll keep y'all updated. Y'all know I'm gonna let you know if they don't pay me. These fools don't pay me my money, man. They don't pay me my money. I may be a little hurt. I'm not gonna lie. I'll be a little hurt, and I might say a couple of negative things about it. It's not gonna be all lollipops and whistles and all that good stuff. So, but for the most part, like I said, I've been fairly happy with them, and I have been on the lookout for these things to happen, because I did, like I said, did a little bit of the research, and knowing that hearing from other Turo hosts, we know that these things happen, right? But when it happens to you, it's not fun. It's not fun when it happens to you. However, like I said before, and if y'all have heard in the back when Tony has been up here, he even admitted to, these people burning out tires, and somebody even used his vehicle in a crime, so at least I can say those things didn't happen. Like, the car did come back in one piece, and, that stuff kind of happens. So whatever, you just gotta get over it. It's the best thing for you to do, is just get over it. and keep it moving. So I'm excited about these little afternoon deals and stuff like that, because it's a group of y'all that's able to come in the afternoons, and then like I said, the night times. Maybe I'll do Monday, Wednesday, or something like that. I do like the nighttime energy too, but definitely for sure it's not going to be a Friday night. If I do a Friday night, it's going to be a pop up when I ain't got no plans. Because, hey, I'm people too, and I like to have fun and enjoy myself and all that good stuff too. So we're going to thank everybody for showing up. And if y'all haven't already, I haven't even checked these likes. Let me see what these likes is looking like over here. If y'all haven't already, go ahead and like and subscribe. Let me see. The mouse move over this way. And I'm going to see if I need to make any more. Okay, these likes pretty decent. I don't know. I can't see. That's it. 2 likes, y'all. Come on now. Give me. Okay, it's 3. All right. So anyway, thank y'all so much for showing up here. Love y'all, and see y'all on another video. What is today? Wednesday? Tuesday? This is Wednesday. So I don't know. I'll see y'all sometime. Maybe Friday afternoon. Talk to y'all later. Love you, and peace and love. My mouse over here. Bye. Hasta la vista.